Hello everyone, here we are for another roll reveal. This one is roll reveal number 455, which is a 1962D roll. Let's see if I can show that to you. There we go, 1962D. Be really nice if my focus would work the way I would like for it to. So to welcome Eric, Malcolm, Otis, Parvis, and everyone else out there watching, Mark Thomas, and go ahead and peel this old crusty tape off of this, which that's not fakeable right there. So I'll show you. I've not been into this roll. Actually, the cap doesn't really want to come off. So here we go. Now this roll belongs to a box full of rolls that I bought like 20 years ago, and I found some double die reverses in a couple of the rolls, and then I just left the rest of them sealed. So this is part of that box of coins that I bought when, gosh, I was about 40 years old, 35, 40 years old. So here we go. First coin in the roll will go to Sissy. So we'll be looking at the obverse and the reverse on these coins. Not necessarily going to expect a lot on the obverse, primarily because I sort of knew at one point in time. I guess maybe I should just keep my mouth shut because I don't think I really knew what I was looking at. I was looking at rolls. But we will certainly speak up if a double die reverse happens to show up. I have to get my eyeballs acclimated to finding it first. Make sure I'm not skipping by anything here. Okay, this will be the first die of the roll, non-double die reverse. Let's see what markers I have. Oh, there's a nice angled die scratch right above the 1 there. Hello, Sissy, Parvis, Mr. Adams. So that's going to be a normal coin for Sissy. Now, coin number 2, Taco John. Taco John, let's see what Taco John gets. Well, it's definitely not the same die. We've got some older die scratches out in front of the chin on this one. I don't see anything in the mint mark. Checking the eye area now. Have to be at this angle to really see what's going on in the eye. Nothing there that I can see anyway. And here on the other area, nothing there. So let's check the reverse and see what we can see. Nothing on the reverse for this coin. That's 2 coins in. Now coin number 3. Paul Hampton. Paul? This coin is for you. Okay, east and west die scratches through and above the date area. So that is a third different die we have so far there. Alright, and let's see. Got nothing going on there. Let's see what we have on the reverse on this one. I look at them upside down like this. The lower half of the reverse, I look at it upside down. The reason for that is because the corners of the letters, where the doubling would be, shows up better when I'm looking at them with the light going straight into the design. And since my light is where it would be the top of your screen, that's the angle I have to poke the letters in order for the light to shine on them properly. Otherwise, I can't really see a whole lot of what's going on. So, here's coin number 4. Yo, man. Still had nothing on coin number 3. Let's check coin number 4. This is going to be the same die. Yeah, it doesn't look like we really have anything here. And check the rest of the obverse. Check the reverse on this one again. Yeah, I got nothing there. Just like the last time I hit this particular obverse die. Here's coin number 5 now. Coin number 5, Mr. Fletcher. Jim, this is your coin. Oh, we have... That's machine doubling on the date there. It's a little bit of machine doubling. Do we have any of our markers? Not really seeing any markers here. So this could be something different altogether. A little tiny struck through next to the B. I see, I need to find a marker. Find a marker, and if you can't find one, make one. Let's see here. A little chatter down below the 1 of the date. That may not be enough really to use, but that's what I have. Just a little bit of chatter. 2 little marks down below the date's all I've got on this. So let's check the reverse and see what we see. I got nothing there. So that's coin number 5 from Mr. Fletcher. Now number 6. Off to the races. Coin number 6. This one's for Deanne. I may end up doing 3 reveals. Oh, well, I guess we'll look at the reverse first. I got nothing there for the reverse. I think we're going to do the first 3 reveals before I go on my dinner break, because directly after my dinner time today, I have a HOA meeting. Fun. Okay, this is yet a different one. This one's going to have a big wide swath of east and west die scratches that are kind of old and run through the date and out in front of the face. So this is a different die from the others we've seen so far. So I have a 55S coming up next, and then after that'll be a 51D. And I think I'm going to run all of those before I go on break. I got up at 6:30 this morning, and I've been working on packages all day. And I am going to be working on them into the evening hours. So I want to get as much time in the evening as I can, because I also have to pack to prep for Florida. So it's a very busy, very loaded day for me. Nothing going on there. Hello, Malcolm. There's Taco. Good day, Taco. Mark. Let's see what else I have here. Okay, this one is the same die again, with the die scratches, the heavy old die scratches going east and west on the obverse. So we have nothing on the reverse for this one. Nothing there, man. Okay, now number 9. Penny Hoarder. Mr. Penny Hoarder, what do we have? Well, we have a repeat of another die that we had here before. After this, if I know the reverses are not going to have double dies, we're just going to move on. Like this particular coin. So I'm kind of giving it the once over because I promised everybody I'd look at the reverse on the first 10 coins of every roll. Okay, you need a day to sleep. I need 3. Steven, up next. Steven. That is an RPM. You see it? Nice RPM right there. Eric, would you like to take a look, sir? Definitely an RPM. This one shows up on the vertical here. You have a little bit of overlapping right here, where this part here overlaps and goes under, and then this comes down and under, so there's 2 different vertical bars here. The flatness that you see on this outside edge of the mint mark tells you that there is a split somewhere right here, even though in this lighting we can't necessarily see it well. I had to turn it around a little bit just to be able to see that, but it is kind of there. That's what that bluntness tells us. Alright, so we have one that may not yet be listed. It's a doubled upper serif, a little bit of a doubled lower serif. Rather minor, but pretty nice still. 2-star RPM. Let me back out here so we can see our other stuff. Nothing on the eye. Not a double die obverse at all. But we do have that doubling on the mint mark. See if we have anything on the reverse. And nothing. 1mm27. You got a marker you want me to look for, Eric? Any specific marker listed that you'd like for me to look for? Probably going to have this little die gouge stuff up here on the top of the TE of states. Die scratch southeast from the 1 and the date. Yeah, definitely got that. Little die scratch right there. Alright then, we have a known RPM that we're looking for in 1962D here. That one was for Steven. Now we're going to go to coin number 11. Coin number 11 is for Malcolm. Mr. Malcolm. Yeah, this one does not appear to be a die with which I am familiar today. And I see nothing on the obverse. Check the reverse real quick. I think we could possibly have a double die here. Yeah, we do. It's a minor class 6 double die. I'm going to teach you how to look for something here real quick. When you're looking at these letters like this on the bottom of the memorial, you take a look at how thick that light colored line is going across there. What that is it's 2 ridge lines meeting one another. That's actually separation. And there's a little notch here in the serif. There's a little notch here in the serif and some separation. Let's go on over and look at the T. we have it again on the T, and there's the place where we get to prove it to ourselves more than anything, is right there on the FG. Let me turn it around this way and see if the shadowing favors going this direction. There we go. That's the most favorable angle from which we should view this. Let me go ahead and turn the light up a little bit more and zoom in some more. Now you can actually see that there's a G coming up here and there's another G coming up here. So there's two G's. You can see the split right in the center of the F, and how the F has kind of that teardrop appearance. Everything's got kind of that stretched out appearance. That's because it's a double die. It's rather minor, but it is there nonetheless. See if I can see any of it coming across this way. If you point these letters toward, you see how sharp that R is on the top? It's just got one little light colored ridge line. Well, these letters down here are supposed to be the same way, and you see how thick that little ridge line is on the E, and on the N, how you have a little bit of a notch in the corner on the N, right there. You get a little notch effect right here. That's supposed to be very sharp, and it's almost squared off like that, and you're supposed to have a little nothing in between there, and there happens to be a little notch there, and you can see it over here too. If you're looking at the lower profile area down here, you can see how it's so rounded out. It's not supposed to be that way. Here's your doubling on the bottom of the O. Not really seeing much on the outside of the building at all. This is where I first picked it up. You can see a little notch, a little bit of a notch on the left side of the N here, and then up here you can kind of see it, and then here you can kind of, it's really minor, but it is there. See it relatively well on the U as well. So let's flip this over and take a look for markers, see what we can see. I was looking at that for the possibility of doubling on the obverse too, and I don't necessarily see it, so we're just going to look for a marker and work toward moving on. So we've got light southeast die scratches that run from the chin all the way down through the date and the mint mark area. Just a bunch of light ones. They're southeast die scratches. See if we have anything else. Happens to be very definitive. One pretty big die scratch out in front of the face that runs a different direction. Okay, so that's going to be a double die. Double die. There you go. Coin number 11. Now coin number 12 goes to Parviz. And coin number 12 looks just like this. Looks like we have another example of the same die. So this one may show the doubling on the reverse better. Just a little bit. Let's see if it does. Not really. It's still difficult to see, but it is there. It's a very light Class 6 doubling that stretches toward the rim. We may not be able to list this one. This may not be anything we can really deal with, but it's almost too minor to see. So that kind of concerns me. There's Mark. I'm only seeing it because I've got years of experience looking at these things. This one's not going to be a variety at all. Let's And because we're beyond coin number 10, remember how this one had nothing on the reverse? We're going to skip the reverse on this one. This one's for Mark. Now number 14, Mr. Fletcher. And this is another one of those double die reverse coins. It's going to be a very minor one. And you can see it best in UN, United. Yep. And down here, it's just a matter of extra thickness. Here at the bottom of the N, here at the bottom of the E. And it goes around. I mean, you can see the ridgeline of one going up this way here, and then it also goes down here. Well, that's a double die. That's what it is. It's very minor, but it is visible, and it is there. All right, so there is another one. This one's for Mr. Fletcher. Now, number 15, DN. That's one of the reasons why we do the reveals like we do. This is machine doubling. This is definitely machine doubling. On the obverse there. No hub doubling on the reverse on this one. See, the points and everything is sharp like it's supposed to be on this coin. No extra doubling. And that's for DN. Oh, Scott. This one's for Eric. What do we have? Well, this one is not one that we have seen yet today. That's a die scratch. That is not an extra eyelid. It's too thin. Makes a good marker for in case there's anything on the reverse. But there is not. So we move forward. Now number 17, Paul Hampton. Paul. Let's see what Paul gets. Yeah. I think I remember this die. If I'm remembering correctly, it has nothing on it. Well, nobody's home. Nothing there. How about number 18? Stephen? Nothing going down there. Let's check the other side and see what we have. There's a rather late die state coin, and it is normal. Man, my fingers are so dry, so clean, so dry. The coins are slipping from my very grasp. Penny hoarder. Ah, penny hoarder gets one of the RPMs right there. Cool. That's cool. Yeah, so we got a RPM for penny hoarder. That'll go well with Is it Jim's coin? No, Steven's. I'm sorry, Steven's coin. Now coin number 20, Sereg. Looks like this one's probably going to turn out to be a normal coin. Probably. Probably. Mark, you have a great day, buddy. We'll see you around sometime later on. Alright, got nothing on that one. That's Sereg's coin. How about number 21, Kelly Ray? I see nothing at all, man. Nothing at all, man. Let's check the reverse. No double die reverse. But number 22 now, Mr. Patillo. Boom, there's another RPM. You can see the, if you look carefully, in fact, I ought to probably just make it a little bit darker so it's easier to see instead of pointing out how I'm seeing it. Let's do it this way. Fine. We'll do it your way. There we go. See? You can see the split in the upper serif right up there. Now you can see this little overlap on the inside of the mint mark. That's what I'm looking for, is that overlap. So that's our RPM. That makes the third one we have now. Number 10, number 19, and number 22. Now number 23. Carl? Let's see what we have for Carl. Carl gets an RPM, I believe. No, it's not. No, that's a little hit on the mint mark that made it look like a shadow. Sorry, Carl. That's like saying, well, we're going through the lottery tickets now to find out who won $1 million. Well, Carl won $1 million. Well, no, wait a minute. No, he didn't. It's like, that's just cruelty. Alright, that is one of the double die reverses. You see again, you have extra thickness on the bottom of the O, the bottom of the N, the bottom of the E. You can see the extra thickness there. It's mild, boys and girls, but it is there. Alright, number 24. Mr. Eric. Well, we got a Mr. Eric coin, and this coin belongs to a die we've not yet examined in this roll. We'll have to check this one for hub-doubling on the reverse. And let's see. Do we find something or not? Whoa, wait a minute here. No. No. Wait. Yeah, it looks like it looks like a double die. This would be a different one though. Markers are not the same. But you see here how the I is doubled. The N is doubled. You can see doubled serif. There's a doubling on the U. If this were not doubled, the edge of it would be very sharp, kind of like on here on the side of the I, how sharp that is. See how bounced out this is? It looks like there's actually two edges kind of glued together. Well, that's what you have on the letters where the doubling shows. We got just a little bit of it on the O. We've got some on the N of 1 cent. It's another really minor one. Coin number 24. Let's check out coin number 25 now. Bo Palmer for coin number 25. I personally find more excitement in the RPM than I do in the double dies, because the double dies you're not going to be able to see at all. Probably even with the 10x loop, which means that we may not be able to list them just because. But given an opportunity, that'd have me an RPM or two out of what's coming out of this roll before I would have the double die. Yes, normal coin is cruelty. Fortunately, it happens often enough we can get used to it, and it won't. The sting isn't so bad once you start getting used to it. Yeah, this one appears to be a different die. What do we have? Let's see, do we have anything on the reverse? Well, getting up early certainly has its disbenefits. By midday, I am dragging. Barely able to maintain. Good thing I got some coffee. Carl. Here's one for Carl. And it's a hit on the mint mark, but it looks like we have the double die that we've been pulling. Maybe. Maybe. Yeah, see, this one shows it pretty well. Look at the U and the N. Yeah, this is a nice double die here. Nice little bit of hub doubling. See it on the FG rather clearly on this one. All right. Another double die reverse for Carl. Mr. Carl gets another coin. Raking in the dough, making up the coins. Looks like Penny Hoarder is hearing the crowd here. Hey, bada, 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 hey, bada, 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 swing, and a miss. Yeah, unfortunately, nothing there. Mr. Penny Hoarder got a normal coin this time round. Mr. Palmer. A little better than half the mail. Actually, probably almost 2/3 of the mail that I owe out went out with my post carrier about 45 minutes ago. It was almost an hour, actually. So it should be in process now. Very nominal. Lincoln cent. Now number 30, crispy. That's another one of the double dies right there. All right. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Finding double dies. Was that just... Yeah, I just pulled 2 crispies in a row. I usually don't do them that way. Actually, generally, if name X matches name Y, name X gets thrown out until later. Then it comes back. Let's see what we have here. No hoe doubling. Yep, I had no idea the effect luncheon medication will do. This is one of our curved die crack above the date right there. So we're going to yank that one out. It's not going to go any further. It's coin number 33. Yeah, I guess after this one's over, I'm going to have to dump it for about 30 minutes and come back. I'm going to have to lay down for a little while. My day kind of overwhelms me sometimes. Getting up at 6:30 this morning has really put a push in my sleep schedule. Here's number 34, going back to crispy. This time with number 34. And we're not even going to go further with that one. That's got the die scratch above the date. So nothing to see here. Oh, this one's for Chuck, not crispy. Doy. That was for Chuck Patillo. Deanne, next. Deanne is next, and Deanne gets... Yeah, it looks like it's a normal obverse, but I think this is one of the double die reverses. If it's a reverse, is it forward? Not, it's double knot. Got no water. Nothing there. Let's do 36 now. Carl? Eric isn't saying much, is he? Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair. Fuzzy Wuzzy wasn't very fuzzy, was he? No, he's searching a roll. Eric, you can't do that with your eyes closed, buddy. You have to open your peepers. Yeah, nothing going on with this one. 37. It's the Irish way of saying it's not 37, it's 37. We'll get it out of the 37. horrible Irish accent. How to speak Australian. Remember those commercials? What was that anyway? What's the name of that beer that they have? The kangaroo on it. Labatt's is Canadian. Oh man, come on, Chuck. You just had it in the tip of your tongue. I guess you didn't have the beer because I haven't had the beer in a long, long time. But there's a beer. Foster's. Isn't that right? That's Foster's. Foster's Lager. They're old commercials from way back in the way. Say how to speak Australian. So it shows a scene where there's a little guppy floating around in a fish dish, and the announcer says, "This is an American flag showing." American says, or the announcer says, "Guppy." Then they show a picture of a great white shark in about 25 feet of water. And he says, "Guppy. Fish. Minnow." It's funny. You have to kind of see it. Foster's. Australian for beer. Looking at the reverse. Got nothing there. Let's check the obverse for that RPM. See if maybe can we do something. No, we've had ones with that die scratch above the 9 for a while now. It's got nothing on it. I've seen that a few times. Here's number 40. Yo man. Yo man go. Wow. Yeah, the guppy was intoxicated. There you go. What's all this green water? Oh, it's Irish beer. I don't like green water. I need one of those energy shots. This one's got every chance of being a good dive variety. I mean, it has a chance of being an RPM. But this one's not. Unfortunately, it may be a double die, though. Could be a double die reverse, and it is not. This is not the double die you're looking for. Move along. $42. There's an RPM. Yay! You see a little curved line right there where you've got this vertical bar right here goes under here, and then this vertical bar that belongs out here goes over down to here. Nobody comes in with this RPM and nobody comes out with this one. So you got to tilt it. A tilted RPM. That's a few of those now. Number 43, Kelly Ray. Kelly Ray, time to pay attention, dear. Please pay attention. And Kelly Ray gets nothing at all. Well, she going to get her coin. Don't worry about that, right? It is one of our double dies. There's a double die for you right there. Now see, with that angle right there, you can see the splits in the serifs. You can see a notch right there. You can see a notch right here. You can see a notch right here. You can see a notch right here. At that lighting angle, you can see what I'm showing you. Starting to think I was going nuts there for a little while, huh? I know what I'm seeing. Do you know what I'm seeing? All right, this is number 44. This one will go to Eric. Eric wants him one of those RPMs. I can smell it. I can smell it with my schnoz. Nothing there. How about a double die? No, not a double die. Well, Eric, you win some, you lose some. You just happen to lose a lot more than you win. Taco John. Of course, it's just when he's rustling around in coins. When he's doing his honeydews, he is the happiest man alive. He's the only person I've ever seen who can crack a smile wide open and complain. But you know that's why we love him. He's my brother that complains louder than me. He can drown me out of a room. Aw, Kelly trying to give you ice cream. See where it's a vanilla colored drill bit. A lobotomy. Nothing there. Folks, yeah, at 4 o'clock I thought I was going to have another reveal, but it looks like we may end up having to do the reveal on Monday evening, our last reveal. Or Sunday evening, I'm sorry. Sunday evening after the reveal show. Eric and I might just open the final roll for this week. If I can't get it done this evening, I'll try to get it done this evening, though. I'm going to try to get them all finished before I leave. There's another one of our RPMs. This one now for Steven. That's awesome. Awesome sausage. And we are down to the last 2 coins in the roll. Number 49 goes to Parviz. And what does Parviz get? Well, that's one of the normal dies there. That's the one that has the heavy die scratch above the 9. So we're not going to really have much of anything going on there. I am going to be busy Sunday. That's for sure. I'm going to be all kinds of busy Sunday. I take my dad out to breakfast. Here's Mr. Birchman. And then go pick Eric up, drive up to Brandon, have dinner with a special young lady, and then we're going to drop back by Eric's place and do a couple of broadcasts, or one anyway. Maybe more than one. We might try to do something. Who knows? All right. That's it, folks. That is our roll. We have a pretty good smattering of normal coins going on here, but then we've also got a few die varieties. And between everyone, there's 13 die varieties in the roll. So 13 die varieties is better than a sharp stick in the eye. And I'll take it for a 62D roll, don't you know? So that's what we have, boys and girls. I am going to have to bow out for a little while, actually. I think I'm going to go get a little wink of shut-eye and be back as soon as I can. So be watching your notification for when I come back online. Why do I focus so much on cents? It's what I've been doing all my life, brother. I've been doing it all my life. I started in Lincoln Cents when I was 5 years old, and I never left. I've written books and websites on the subject. I am known as a Lincoln Cent expert. And so that's why. All right, guys, I appreciate it. I will see you in about an hour. Probably around right around 5 o'clock. I think I might return for the next reveal. So I'll be out for about an hour, and then I'll be back. I appreciate it, folks. I'll talk to you later. Have a good day.